Hi, Gemini. I was trying to figure out what sign I was going to do next. And then you can hear it if you're an Outcast fan. Andre 3000 is a Gemini. So I was like, we're doing Gemini. This is Selection Radio, by the way. If you're interested, I'm going to put the link below. Shout out to Joe K. Oh. Okay. So I'm going to turn the music down. Off. Hey guys, how are you doing? My lovely Geminis. Your cards came out really fast. And I got really tingly all the way up to my crown chakra as we were listening to Outcast, and I was telling you how we are. Gemini came up and we are now doing your reading. Let's see. Okay. Why does this feel like two cards? It is two cards stuck together. Wow. Okay. You guys got 4 cards. So I'm using the Daily Guidance Angel Oracle cards by Dorn Virtue for this weekly spread to give you some advice during this impassionate, intense Scorpio season. So right out the gate, I have fresh air. This one popped out really quickly. Sorry, I'm giving a disclaimer to everybody. My fucked up gel nail manicure is fucking terrible. I know. Don't at me. I know, and tell me about myself. I know. I haven't been able to take it off. And then I do hand dyeing. So, like, my cuticles are, like, blue right now. Like, just please ignore them. The cards are so beautiful, but my nails is fucked up. I try to put, like, rings and shit on to, like, distract everybody. But I just... Forgive me. Anyway, so fresh air came up. It says, your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend time outside today as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. And it's so funny that this is air, because like before I turned on when I was meditating to try to figure out what sign I was going to do next, I was thinking about Gemini. Kind of came up and I was like, oh, air signs, like they're so elusive sometimes. Like I really have to concentrate a little bit more to kind of like try to pin you guys down a little bit to give you something that's helpful. Because, you know, air signs you guys can be a little bit elusive like that, which is totally cool. You gotta go grab you guys out of the wind sometimes and be like, hey. And so we did. Here we are. So, and then so fresh air comes up of just getting out, maybe clearing your thoughts, perhaps, and just taking some deep breaths. And that always centers us and reconnects us. And I feel like that's the message that's coming out right out the gate. And the second card that came up is joy. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. I feel like you guys you're feeling really good right now. I feel like there is a lot of joy. And if you're not, it's right there for you. Because the next card is Law of Attraction. Like, each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, you will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. My mom is a Gemini, so, like, I totally... I get you guys. Like, I'm with it. And I think sometimes you guys... you don't stop enough to take the time out sometimes to be in that energy and be lighthearted and enjoy what's happening and what's going on right in front of you to just take some time out. I feel like air signs, especially in particular Gemini, you guys like to be doing all things all the time. And if you feel like you're not moving and doing, like, then who are you? Like, what are you? Like, what's the point of you? And which is great. You guys get a lot done. You can switch gears. You can go from one thing to another without any qualms. But sometimes you have to find times where you get grounded and you sit and take stock of everything that's going on around you. And sometimes I think you can get very caught up in like, oh, this is not going well. Oh, what am I going to do about this? Or this isn't right, or this and that. And I think this is just a reminder too, if you're feeling that way, that joy is all around you. It's your present moment all the time. You just have to stop and ground yourself and take some time and center it and take stock and really go, okay, like, what is it? And what am I grappling about? Is it really that serious? And two, with this law of attraction, you know, our thoughts manifest our reality. And if we're constantly thinking about the negative or constantly thinking about things that aren't working or what's not being done or what's not happening, we're attracting that in our present moment, in the future moments. I mean, whatever you have going on in your head and whatever is dominating your thoughts and ultimately your vibration is what you're going to attract. And a lot of you, some of you are flying high and being like, hey, I feel great. I'm joyous. I'm out. I'm bopping around. But I think, too, these are just reminders to make sure, and if you're doing some of that, but maybe you're not doing enough, this could be a reminder of getting out more this week and spending more time out in nature and in fresh air and taking some time to just be joyous for joyous sake. I mean, a lot of times, especially as adults, we can get very caught up in adulting and doing one task after another and just being like, okay, boom, 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 knocking all that stuff out. And we don't take enough time to enjoy the moment of all those things that are going on and taking the time to be grounded and spread love and peace and harmony within everything that we're doing and infuse it in everything that we're doing. Just because we have to go to work and we got to run errands doesn't mean it has to be miserable, right? We can find the joy and, you know, enjoying the sunshine and enjoy, you know, roll down your windows and let the breeze, you know, blow your hair, like, you know, whatever it is. I know it's getting colder. I know it's November. I'm sure like people in New York are like, what? Or like in Chicago, like, what? The breeze? Yeah, it's 30 degrees. Like, what are you talking about? But just whatever it is, anything out in nature, even just the sun coming in your window, and it's, you know, I mean, appreciating those little moments or whatever brings you joy to help ground yourself and stay in the present moment and feel all the feels, you know, of that joyous energy that is clearly here for you. So the last card is Innocence. This is a really beautiful card. It says, Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so you can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. And that's kind of along the lines of what I was saying, you know, of getting unstuck from those feelings of anger or guilt or blame on somebody else or something that's not going right, and taking that and running with it. I think sometimes Geminis can get, because you guys do have such duality, that it's very easy for you to be in extremes, right? Like you're either angry about some shit or you're like happy on cloud nine. You ain't shit you could say that could fuck up my day. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoop de whoop whoop, like today is great. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling it. So like, and sometimes you can get caught in those extremes, and sometimes when you're in your extremes of maybe anger, guilt, or blame or whatever, it's to the point where then you start to manifest that. And then you start blaming more, you get more angry, you go, see, this is why X, Y, and Z. And in reality, it's maybe because you're continuing this narrative of being in that energy or those thoughts that create those feelings in your body that you don't want ultimately. And sometimes we have to sit back to take a conscious awareness of the fact that our thoughts are creating that reality for us, and taking ownership and responsibility for that, and not putting it out in your environment to go, it's you, it's that, it's this, it's her, it's him, it's whatever. I mean, you got to go like, okay, what the fuck am I saying to myself today that makes me feel this way or creates these circumstances? What's my part in all of this? And then choosing to be more joyous and loving upon those realizations in the moment of like, you know what, let me just roll the windows down, cruise in the breeze of this car ride to do whatever errands or whatever I got to do today. Doesn't mean I got to be angry and miserable about it because Susie don't know how to act right. Like, let me roll my windows down, put some music on, and change my thoughts and change my vibration and be in a more joyous, peaceful state, you know, and really taking ownership of that, especially during Scorpio season. Scorpio energy will push you to be your best, most authentic self. And it is very glaring and apparent when you're not. It's almost painful. It punches you in the face. And you're like, oh shit, yeah, that is a problem. Okay, it's me. I thought I smelled something funky and and then I looked around and nobody's in here but me. Like, oh, maybe because I've got a funky attitude today. Like maybe it's, you know, maybe I'm creating this, you know, and sometimes I think air signs in general, they're going and moving and shaking and can fly every which way that sometimes they don't take enough time to be retrospective and just kind of go like, maybe, you know, I'm kind of creating this environment for myself and then finding the solutions of changing your thoughts and your vibrations to help you get out of that so you can be that more joyous, lighthearted person that you know that you are when you're feeling really great about things. You can be that way whenever you choose to be and own that as well, that you also have the power to change it and go, hey, you know what? I might not be feeling great. This might not be working out. People at my job acting crazy. Whoop-de-whoop-whoop. I don't have enough money in my account. It's making me feel stressed. Whatever it is that's got your goat, you know, you always have the power to, within that moment, to just clear the air, step outside, get grounded, put your feet in the sand at the beach, walk around in the grass in your backyard and sit outside for a few minutes and take some deep breaths in and center yourself and focus on things that will bring you this joy and bring you that lighthearted energy that you want, especially at a really intense time like Scorpio season where a lot of things can come up out of the woodwork, some deep-seated ass shit can come up and you're like, oh yeah, that, like, okay, I might have to address that now because like it just punched me in the face. And that's a lot. And I can talk about it very easily because I'm Scorpio and I live in it all the time. And right now we're in it and we're like, we're here all the time. So everybody right now is visiting and is kind of in our space. And that's why I've been telling people to lean on Scorpios. If you know any in your life, if whatever it is, like, we will help you through it to go like, it's not as bad as you think, but this kind of stuff coming up that you have to reevaluate is all for your growth. This is to help you evolve and grow past these things that are hindering you. And we have to face it. We don't always want to go into that dark fucking basement. It's like, why don't I just stay up here where it's light? I don't, just stay up here. Why we got to go down in the dark and do what? But you have to. If you never go down there, you can't fix up your shit. So that way you can turn on the light down there and elevate yourself. You can't, act like there isn't darkness at all and be like, oh, well, I don't have to fix that. I don't want to be in my feelings. I don't be in my feelings. Feelings, deep, Jim, that's not your favorite thing. It's not. And it makes you feel very vulnerable to go and do that. But you can take your own sacred space on your own to look at it and take some time of reflection by yourself. You don't have to put this out in front of everybody. You don't have to, take the time, go inward and use the law of attraction and manifesting in a positive way for you to take that dark stuff and see it. And then, okay, how are we transmuting this? Okay, I've been feeling really bad about myself and I've been telling myself X, Y, and Z. And I need to stop doing that. That's what's making me feel bad. I get up every morning and I'm feeling bad because I'm already telling myself something negative about the day or negative about myself without even realizing it. Sometimes we have these thoughts on autopilot and we have to get real about them in order to clean them out to allow the loving thoughts to come in. So more joyous, opportunities and people and situations and self-love can flood into our experience. And the innocence of that, don't beat yourself up. Everybody goes through that. Everybody has these deep-seated emotions that make us feel very vulnerable. But Scorpio season is going to push you to go down there and figure out what those things are that might be holding you back from being joyous and lighthearted and enjoying the breeze outside. You know, all of you might not be feeling like this right now. And that's okay. And know it's going to pass, but 2, make sure that you're being real and honest with yourself. So that way you can help yourself in a way that will take you forward and help you grow in a way where you have more joyous, self-confident, self-loving moments more often in your life, you know, or whatever it is for you. I've been talking a lot about self-love in all of these videos today. So obviously that is, I think, a theme for everybody this week. And I know just as a Scorpio myself, I've just been feeling so much more confident and comfortable in who I am. Because we are very intense beings and not everybody gets where we're going all the time. And I, you know, would be explaining myself a lot of times when it was really unnecessary. I don't have to make anybody comfortable to understand me. If they don't understand me and they don't get where I'm going, that's not my problem, you know? And so I've just learned to go, be you. Love yourself. And that's been the key to everything. I feel so much more abundant and so much more joy, and things are just flooding into my experience now that I've just kind of let some of that stuff go, and I'm allowing myself to just be and feel my feelings, or, you know, of self-love and feeling, okay, people do love me and I love myself and I do love who I am and I love where I'm going and I love the potential that I have in this world, and just seeing the bright side and knowing that those things are real and true. And it's all here for you, Gemini. It is all here for you. But take some time out for yourself this week and love yourself. Love all of your perfection and imperfection, whatever that may be, and love it and live it and be it and be the joy that is within you. And stop looking at the glass half full, or half empty, I should say, and think about it as half full. And think about your cup being full completely, filling up your cup with self-love, and everything else will fall into place, dear Gemini. I hope this is helpful for you guys. I will be back next week, and I'm looking to put up more different types of videos. We'll see. Like, this is my first crack on YouTube. But anyway, all of my information is below. I will see you guys next week. Have a beautiful week. I will talk to you again. Bye.